So yeah, let's just go, and we need a red and a yellow flower, was it? Yeah, red, oh, and blue, okay. So as you can see here, there are many cacti here, and in the book itself there were a few pictures of various, like, cacti, or plants at least. So these are the ones we need. But luckily they each have a separate color. So it was, I'm sorry, my memory is really bad now. Red and blue. Let's see. Violet, blue, I believe that is one we need. There's also blue. And there's red petal. So yeah. Let's examine the desk here. Pills. It's a bottle of prescribed medication. Did Mr. Morton suffer from some kind of ailment? Well, who knows? The beaker we will need. Yeah, the pestle we will also need, and I'm not sure. Ashtray, is there something there? There's a lighter in here, yeah. Might be useful, as most items in adventure games, that's true. And a beer bottle. Cheers, old fool. Yeah, sure. And also, it should be worth noting that I believe I mentioned it in passing here, but yeah, in the beginning here, Mr. Morton has come up with a better way, or a way to make the organic ingredients more potent, or the flower petals of the various cacti more potent by roasting them, or toasting the petals before powderizing them. So basically what we need to do is use this burner. Turn on the gas, use the lighter, take our red petals first in this spoon, and yeah, this controls nicely. And the trick here is there is a slight break in the smoke rising before it burns. There, the smoke stopped for a bit, and there you will have the petals will change name from just pick up red petals to pick up dried red petals, as you can see. So let's do that. Let's do the same with the blue petals. See here. Oh, there we are. If you leave them, there's like a, I don't know, a second or two, or maybe around that of time. If you when the smoke stops rising, if you leave them for longer than that, they will burn. So yeah, gotta be fast, or well, somewhat fast at least. And the recipe books, the book also mentioned that the petals in the recipe need to be powderized. So let's do that. Oh, see, and probably safe to turn off the valve so we don't burn down the building. Although I don't think they've programmed that in, but let's just be considerate. There we have powderized blue powder. Take the red one. And powderized red powder. Or, yeah, or just red powder. Powderized powder, that's kind of... we don't need to say that. But yeah, what we also need is a couple of prescription medication, I mean. Eramin and Dormicum. And I believe we have one of them here. Dormicum, yeah. So let's also powderize that. Like so. And we have a nice little beaker here to just collect everything in. I put the blue powder into the beaker. I put the red powder into the beaker. And I put the dormicum powder into the beaker. So yeah, we have now 3 recipes out of 5, I believe. Yeah, we're basically missing 2 ingredients. But as you can see, I talked about several hidden rooms. There's a second, not exactly hidden, but closed-off room within the already closed-off room. So that's security for you, I guess. This door's been reinforced. I bet it's protecting something important. You bet. What we need to do, as you can see here, there's a control panel, and we don't exactly have the code. But you might remember from the journal. Let's see. Go away. From the journal, there was a little hint to the door code. That was here. And yeah, yeah, the solution to this is, or the hint is A to B. And this photo says B. Where is the A? There we have the A. And lining those 2 pages up, you get a code. This solution. Well, it's cool. It's creative. It plays with the whole journal format. And worth noting is that this recipe was also used this exact same solution. So I can see why they changed it to tearing out the page instead. Makes it a bit more varied in the puzzle department. But yeah, so take X-ray A to X-ray B, and you get 284691. 284691. And there we are. It's also worth noting that. Oh. It's a scary looking mutant thing. Yeah, it's worth noting that I did try to play this game when it first came out, but I was on a different computer that had that could not upgrade the Flash anymore. I had an outdated version of Flash, so that the journal solution with the A to B, it was just all the different solutions just flashed through, like I don't know, like film in a theater. So it wasn't possible to grab onto the exact solution because the numbers just randomly generated across the screen, continuously. So yeah, we were looking for a second bottle of prescription medication, and we just found it. This is Eramin, which we will also need. Mr. Morton has smoked his last Gaulois Brun or something. Yeah, it's interesting that he has a ashtray right by his toilet, and it's also interesting that I guess he has a door code to his toilet. Most people would just use a door key, but hey, Mr. Morton is a special kind of person. But yeah, from the recipe, if we go back to that, it says sap from Lopohora vulgaris, and the Lopohora vulgaris is this beast of a cacti. The root of the cactus is very coarse. It's like a cross between leather and bark. It's very tough. It looks like some kind of gigantic cactus. I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, this is the plant, the cacti, or cactus. Cacti is plural, I guess. We need sap from. So this water faucet, which broke off and has a sharp edge, does nicely to extract some of that sap. And if we just open the faucet, you can see the sap starting to pour out. So we'll just collect some of that in our beaker. I've collected some of the cactus sap in the beaker. And basically that's all we need to do in this room for now, but you can see Mr. Morton has a habit of leaving an empty beer bottle in every room he enters, apparently. So once again, cheers, old fool. Exit this, and do the final crushing of airmen. Into here. And use the mortar, the pestle with the mortar, I guess. And we have some mystic powder. If we mix that in with the rest of the ingredients in the beaker, some stuff will happen. I put the airman powder into the beaker. The contents of the beaker turned into a strange powder, mysteriously. I'd better be careful. I'm getting dizzy just being close to it. So yeah, that's just a roundabout way of saying that, yep, you have succeeded in making a sleeping agent. So yeah, we don't really need anything else here. Let's go up to Edie's apartment. Here we go, and since we've already knocked and she's like expecting us to return, we can now just enter freely. Let's see, let us return the pot to the stove. It should still have water in it. And let's put the contents, the sleeping powder, not with ourselves, but with the teapot. Let's see. Okay, I'm in the way here, I think. There we are. With the teapot. I poured some sleeping powder into the teapot. Well, good on you. Let's see though. Back for some more tea and pastry? I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. Well, sorry to disappoint you, Edie, but yeah. And the water is boiling, so we'll just go sit down. She doesn't have like a fancy whistle on her teapot that tells her that the water is boiling, but she does listen for the actual sound of water boiling instead. So, Mr. Neff, tell us what's on your mind. Getting a little bit dry here in my throat. Let's see. Yeah. So basically, no matter what we say to her, they'll just trail off in their and have a little senior moment, I suppose. No matter what the topic of conversation is, they'll take nothing you say seriously and just neurons firing to whatever related topic the conversation was on. So yeah, let's just say that we want our tea, goddammit. Yes, let me just go get the pot. What a festive selection of cakes. Present company accepted, of course. Sure, okay. But yeah, as you can see, they have the tea now, but they're not drinking it. So let's pressure them into actually drinking it. Sorry there, I guess we trailed off a bit there. Now, what was it you wanted to tell us? I'm afraid the tea is getting cold, guys. Yes, we mustn't let the tea get cold again. Again, I suppose the game expects me to actually have them drink the tea already once, but yeah, whatevs. Good call, Victor. And this is one of my favorite animations in this chapter. I love their conversation here. I'm trying to figure out what the exact brand of the taste is, and why is it tasting different? No, it should be the same brand. This batch seems a bit off, though. There's a slightly chalky aftertaste. Yep. I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna head first into your tea, Edie. So yeah, that's cool. What we need to do now, of course, is once again do the whole Green Machine helmet thing. The sender device on Edie, I believe. And I'll be the receiver. Yep. This looks strangely familiar. Am I still in her apartment? I better find Edie right away. So yeah, this does seem to be her exact apartment, just with some furniture and stuff gone. But what is this? We are in a space apartment, I guess. Yeah, funny thing, pictures on the wall. So yeah, this seems to be the room we are currently occupying. We can move these around in this space, and the rooms will like line up. So let's try to see if the kitchen is present. Yeah. Oh, another picture. This photo is covered with a layer of dust. Let's try to go through the hallway. I can't reach it. I can't seem to go there. Well, we do have a huge gap in the kitchen right now, so let's see if we can't do something about that. So the picture we picked up was of the hallway. Let's see. What we need to do here then is position the living room here. And the hallway doorway corners here, I believe. So yeah, let's do that. And I must say, I can see why they've spent so long on, well, I guess they've really polished the engine and stuff like that, but yeah, this chapter is looking pretty fucking awesome. Alright. What is this, though? Oh, it seems to be the missing piece of the kitchen. Let us see. We're basically just playing Lego or building blocks with the entire layout of the apartment, so that's pretty cool. Let's, yeah, we can just examine it. It's a piece of an old torn photograph. Yeah. Let's place that there. And do it like this. And we can enter the whole entirety of the kitchen. The hole in the floor has been mended now. I hope it supports my weight. Yeah, no problems. It's a dream after all. So, oh, there's some sound from the floor, but yeah, it should be cool. It's a portrait photograph of a young man. Who is this? It's a photograph of a tidy young man. I can probably remove it if I loosen the hinges on the back. Yeah. Let's do that. The frame is useless now. Well, you are not a positive person, Victor. This frame can now be used for anything else. Any other picture. I'll just throw it away. Okay, sure.